Hey, it's Brett, who's your carnivore, giving you a part 2 on yesterday's video on brining your steaks. But today we're going to do a little taste test on the difference. And yep, that means I'm grilling 2 steaks tonight. So let me give you a look at what we've got here. All right, so this is our steak from yesterday. As you can see, if you remember from the other video, this had a lot of salt on it. And what happened to all the salt? It is now dissolved and then reabsorbed into the meat. So this is the exact same steak. If you want to go back to the other video and check it out, that is the steak. So it has been dry brining for 24 hours now, maybe 25. And then I've got another steak here. It's still in the vacuum seal. It's thawed out. So all I need to do is just take it out of there, dry it off, and grill it. We're going to do a little taste test and see which one is more tender. And we will be back. Look how that turned out. My goodness. All right, we got our steaks ready to go. This is our 25 hour dry brine steak. And this is one that is fresh out of the freezer and thawed out. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt on this one before I cook it. I'm not going to put any of my good stuff seasoning on them, so I can do a very even taste test. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit out here. So we'll have to make this quick. All right, we got Little Joe fired up here. Not sure if I want to call this grill Little Joe or, you know, it's a Louisiana Grills grill, so maybe Louie? I don't know. Post in the comments what your name would be for a little Kamado ceramic grill like this. Now this, there's my doggy. This is Big Joe. Named very apropos or appropriate. It's a Kamado Joe grill. And it is a biggin. It's starting to sprinkle out here. My doggy doesn't like it when it's sprinkling. She don't like that at all. Say hi, Hazel. So, if you have a name for this little guy, post in the comments. Alright, it's just about that time. Going to give these coals a couple more minutes to heat up. But I know what you're thinking to yourself. Brett, you've got 2 steaks. Are you going to eat 2 15, 16 ounce ribeyes tonight? What do you think? Well, I probably won't eat them both. I'll eat one for sure. Maybe a little bit of the other one. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. I think I'm going to start off by grilling the regular steak first. And I do have the timer set for 2 minutes aside this time, instead of 2.5, because we don't want this thing to get overdone. The grill is about ready to go, so we'll get this party started. All right, our cherry wood smoking. Get a good press. Sorry, we're losing daylight out here a little bit. There we go. All right, 2 minutes. Start. All right, time to turn it. Fire's not quite as hot this time. Not sure why. Sorry about that. Got our cherry wood in there, is flaming up. I think it might be because I didn't clean out the bottom of it from the cook last time, So it might not be getting quite as much air through it as it should. So that might be it. I think we'll still be good though. Alright, heat's coming up. Not quite as hot as it was before, but we're time to flip. So we are going to flip it. Looking good. Looking good. Close her down. I'm going to open these vents. Put that fire out. There we go. Fire's out. Alright. Time to turn. Definitely not cooking as fast as it did last night, but it's feeling really good. We'll temperature check it here in a few. All right, so we're ready to check the temperature on it. See where we're at. I have a feeling we're going to be pretty good. Yep, 120 is where I want it, so we're just going to let it cook in there a little longer. We'll check on another spot here. Yep, getting real close. We'll just give it a couple more minutes and then I'll pull it off and let it rest. Alright, steak number 1 is done. And now we're putting on our dry brine steak. There we go. Alright, note to self, definitely got to clean out the bottom of the grill before grilling because the ashes from yesterday are seriously inhibiting the airflow through the bottom and it's just not getting the heat like it did yesterday. So I've put my fork in here just to give it a little extra air in there and it's finally really heating up nicely. So it's a learning process, people. All right, let's check it now. Oh yeah. We're just gonna flip this thing and look. And yeah, it's looking great. So we're just gonna turn it and back down for another 2 minutes. Actually, I've been doing 2.5 again because the temperature's a little lower today. But I'll try it again on the next cook when I get the bottom of this thing cleaned out. So, it's a learning process. All right, it's time to flip. Looking good. All right, let's turn it. Turn it. Oh yeah. Getting good and hot in there. I'm going to do a quick temp check on it because this steak is cooking faster than the other one did. So, better safe than sorry. Yeah. We're doing fine. Going into the last stretch. We'll close it up. And it should be perfecto. Alright, I think it's ready. Let's do a final temperature check. There we go. And it's coming right up on 120. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it. We'll see you inside. Alright, so here we are at the table. The dry brine steak is over here. It's kind of hard to tell because they're all mashed together. And then the non-brine steak is here. Here's how the dry brine steak came out. Very nice, medium rare. And this is how the other steak came out. It cooked a little slower because the fire wasn't as hot. But, okay. So, I'm doing this for a taste test between the difference between the dry brine and the non-brine. The dry brine steak, it was just as good as it was last night. Same smoky flavor, charcoal seared. Okay, now this is the non one. Okay. There is a little flavor difference. It's more your standard steak. The dry brined one has kind of a little bit of a richness to it. It's a little different. It's not drastic, but it is a little different. They're both great. I think I like the dry brine maybe a little bit more, but yeah, there's something a little different about it. So give it a try. It's easy to do. Just salt your steak, put it on a wire rack, set it in the refrigerator for a day, then grill it as normal. And I think you'll be glad you did. Please like, subscribe, post questions in the comments. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Excuse me.